First and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory and honor unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone for room well and teaching us His truth. And peace and salutations to all Yakim and the highways and bowers doing His works sincerely and faithfully. I'm the brother I'm one, coming back with another show. And then this show is pretty much going to be dealing with the example of having faith. And first precept I want to bring out before we get into the lesson is this in Romans 15:4, which says, "For whatsoever things were written aforetimes were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope." You see? So these things that was written in the scriptures was left for an example for us to learn, through patience and comfort that we might have hope. And the word hope is synonymous with faith, that we might have faith, And when you read in the book of Sirach 2:10, it also tells you that, look at the generation of old and see, and pretty much understand. And, did anyone who trusted in the Lord was confounded? Did anyone that abided in his fear was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him? You see? So what that was being said is to look at the examples, look at the precept. Look at the scriptures and the things that is written therein, the accounts, the reports, and look at how the Lord had delivered those that believed in Him and made way or provided help or whatever it is, that was in need. But all this requires what? It requires faith, So this is supposed to build us up, especially for in these times more than ever when we're approaching what? Jacob's trouble, the hour of temptation. Esau, the devil, Satan, the adversary, whom's about to come down with great wrath upon us because he know that he had but a short time. So this is supposed to prepare us for that hour, which all this is a trial of our faith, man. The Lord's going to try each and every one of us, He's going to try the whole world, but primarily the elect in the sense of purifying us, perfecting us through the sufferings, But that's all having faith, though, because as we're going to go into this lesson in the series, which is dealing with faith, we going to look at these examples and see the demonstration on how our forefathers, the prophets, the servants, and the people who saw the Lord, exercise their faith in Yahweh Bashim Shai. And with no further ado, I'm gonna go right back into Hebrews. I know I just did a show on what is faith, but now I'm gonna do a show on the example of faith, and I'm gonna jump right in the 6th verse. Then I'm gonna continue on the 7th and the 8th and the 9th verse as well. It says Hebrews 11:6. But without faith it is impossible to please Him. For he that cometh to the Most High, to Yahweh, must believe that He is, and that He's the rewarder of them that diligently seek Him. So you must have faith to please the Lord, or else it's impossible. It's impossible for the Lord to hear you or to accept you because you don't believe that He exists. In order to do so, you must have faith. Faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. So you got to believe that Lord exists. And it says, by faith, Noah, being warned of the Lord of the things not seen as yet, moved with fear and prepared an ark, to the saving of his house, by which he condemned the world and became heirs of righteousness, which is by faith. You see? So Noah, he hearkened to the Lord and start to build an ark. And the Lord back then it never rained, but he believed that the Lord said he's going to flood the earth, that He's going to make it rain 40 days and 40 nights. And by doing so, he said he moved with fear and he built that ark. And eventually the Lord did make it rain 40 days and 40 nights, flooding the whole world, and everyone else perished besides Noah. But he believed by faith before these things started to take place. You see? So he was saved by what? by faith, you know. So this is an example to show us if the Lord's telling us the same thing of the things that's about to come upon the earth, man, that the plagues, the destruction, the death and famine and pestilence and in these earthquakes in diverse places, shouldn't we not take heed? Shouldn't we not, shouldn't we not fear the Lord and prepare ourselves and do the righteous work until he comes to redeem the elect and hope that we be part of it? It's the same thing back then. So Noah was saved by faith, and the scripture do say that, and just like Noah were back then, so shall the second coming of Yahweh Shai is going to be like. You know what I'm saying? When it tells you in the book of Matthew. So by faith, we getting ourselves ready as well. We getting ourselves ready, but you gotta have faith though. You gotta believe in this word before these things start to take place. And it says, by faith, Abraham, when he was called to go out into a place which he should after receive for an inheritance, obeyed, and he went out and not knowing whither he went. You see, Abraham was told to leave his family and to sojourn to a place, to a land where he knew not. And the Lord said he was going to multiply him and make him the father of nations, man. And Abraham obeyed and did it. You can imagine if Abraham telling his folks, that, I got to get up and go to another country, another land, because the Lord told me. And the people back then not seeing these things probably would have looked at, Abraham like he was crazy. He pretty much saying like, who told you this? And by him moving by faith, he obeyed and sojourned, So by his faith, it was counted as righteousness. It says, by faith, he sojourned in the land of promise as in a strange country, dwelling in the tabernacle with Isaac and Jacob, the heirs with him of the same promise. You see? So by obeying and fearing, they believed by faith. You see, this is Noah and Abraham. Two separate accounts. But you can read the whole scripture, Hebrews 11. This is, we call it the hall of faith, man. Where all these men believed in the Lord, man, and they was rewarded. You know what I'm saying? They was counted as blessed. So it shows you, man. These are an example of faith. They walk by faith and not by sight, man. They hearken unto the Lord. They believed, and at the end they was delivered. At the end they was safe. At the end they was blessed. Now I'm gonna go in the book of Matthew, right? It's gonna be a quick one too. Matthew 9:20. This is the woman that had the issue of blood for 12 years. And you can say she had a hemorrhage. And pretty much, let's see this woman, how she had faith. It says, and behold, this is Matthew 9:20. It says, behold, a woman which was diseased with an issue of blood 12 years came behind him and touched the hem of his garment. For she said within herself, if I may but touch his garment, I shall be whole. You see, she believed it. She said it. She said it within herself, in her mind, and saying that if I could just walk upon him and touch his garment, I can be healed. But Yahweh turned him about, and when he saw her, and he said, daughter, be of good comfort. Thy faith had made thee whole. And the woman was made whole from that hour. You see? So in other words, this woman believed and said all that she needed to do was touch the hem of his garment, and that she will be healed. And the Lord told the woman, because in another comment tells you that the Lord asked, because he felt the virtue leaving his body, and he asked who touched her, and the woman was afraid and came up and said she did, and pretty much the Lord told her to be of good cheer. He says, you are healed because of your faith, because of your belief. You see? So we're not supposed to doubt in the Yahweh Bashim Yahshua, especially in these times coming, when he say he's going to have our back, man. You know, that he's going to provide for us, that no danger, no evil is going to come upon our habitation, man. If we believe, if we continue to fight in that good fight of faith, you know what I'm saying? If we can continue to endure by all means necessary, even if some of us is going to be caught up and thrown into prison. What did the Lord say? He said, what? For thou to be faithful unto death, that he's going to have the crown of life waiting for us. You see? So it shows you how powerful faith is, along with the prayer, man, along with praying, you know, and fearing the Lord. You know, they go hand in hand, having faith, having fear, and praying. You know what I'm saying? But showing you, man, you're only as strong as your belief, man. You're only as strong as your faith. And the Lord gave everyone a measurement of faith. So he even brought the standard to low bearment, in the sense he brought it to a sense where he said you can have he said to have faith smaller than the mustard seed, that you should tell a mountain to move yonder and it shall move. Saying that even if you have a little bit of faith, you know, anything is possible with the Lord. You know what I'm saying? If there's a will, there's a way. But you got to believe that the Lord is able to do these things. You know what I'm saying? That the Lord knows how to deal with the godly out of temptation. That the Lord knows how to protect you or give you strength in due time. You know? And I got another one. This is being in Matthew 8, right? Dealing with the centurion. I passed it. This is Matthew 8 and 5, and it says, and when Yahushua was entering into Capernaum, and it says, there came unto him a centurion, beseeching him, saying, Lord, my servant lieth at home, sick of palsy, and grievously tormented. And Yahushua said unto him, I will come and heal him. You know, and the centurion answered and said, Lord, I am not worthy that thou shalt come under my roof, but speak the word only, and my servant shall be healed. Oh man, look at that, man. You know, look at the faith of this centurion. He's saying that, you know, but the Lord don't need to come to his house to come where his servant Eliath, but rather just to open his mouth and say the words, and he believed that his servant can be healed. It says, for I am a man under authority, having soldiers under me. And I say to this man, go, and he goeth, into another, come, and he cometh. And to my servant, do this, and he doeth it. And when Yahushua heard it, he marveled, and said to them that followed, verily I say unto you, I have not found so great faith, no, not in Israel. You see? So the Lord marveled, man. He said, wow, man. He said, this man didn't need me to go to his house to put my hands or to heal this man, but rather he said, just say the word, and behold, he is healed. You know? Man. And it goes on to say, I say unto you that many shall come from east and west, and shall sit down with Abraham and Isaac and Jacob in the kingdom of heaven. But the children of the kingdom, it says, the children of the kingdom shall be cast out into utter darkness, and there shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. And Yahushua said unto the centurion, go that way, and as thou hast believed, so be it done unto thee. And his servant was healed in the self same hour. You see, he said, go that way as thou hast believed. You see, believe. You know, the man had confidence in the Lord. You know, he was convinced that all the Lord had to do was to say the word, and voila, you know, his servant was healed. And sure enough, it says what? His servant was healed in that self same hour. In that same hour, the servant was healed because of his faith. You see that? Come on, man. So it just shows you, man. It's about faith, man. You know, this is why the Lord said it is impossible to please him without faith. You gotta believe. You know, and the next precept I want to bring is in Matthew 9:27, and it goes on to say, and when Yahushua departed thence, two blind men followed him, crying and saying, Thou son of David, have mercy on us. And when he has come into the house, the blind men came to him and said, Yahushua, came unto him, and Yahushua said unto them, Believe ye that I am able to do this? And they said unto him, Yea, Lord. You see, the Lord asked him, Do you believe that I can give you back your sight? And they reply, Yes. It says, Then toucheth he their eyes, and saying, According to your faith be it unto you. And their eyes were open, and Yahushua straightly charged them, saying, See that no man knoweth it. You see? He says, let's read that again. It says, According to your faith be it unto you. And because of their faith, and they believe, these are men that couldn't see, but yet they believe. And did not the scripture say in Romans 10:17 that faith comes by the hearing the word? You know what I'm saying? But they heard about the Lord, and they followed, and they asked the Lord to heal them. And guess what? And the Lord asked them, Do you believe that I'm able to do this? And they said yes. You know what I'm saying? So they walked by faith and not by sight. And they couldn't walk by sight because they were blind. So by their belief, they were healed and their eyes were open. You see? So showing you, man, the demonstration of on your faith that, you know, that because of your faith, anything is possible, you know? And then the examples in the scripture that tells you and that shows you about when you doubt and when you have no faith, how things end up occurring. You know, the situation with Peter walking on water. At first he believed, then the waves started rocking, and it felt like a storm was coming. And guess what? He wavered and fell into the water because he started to doubt. You know, and the Lord told him, "Why did you doubt, you little of faith? You little of faith." You know what I'm saying? Because what? Because your doubt is what cause you to err, man. Is your doubt, not believing, not trusting in the Lord. You know what I'm saying? That's why scriptures say in 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter, that all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. You know, all those that don't believe. And Lord, even when as far as saying that those that don't believe are condemned already. So this is all about your belief. And if you lack faith, you're supposed to ask the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Like it tells you in the book of James, I believe is James the second chapter, and where pretty much it says if whatever you lack in a sense, you know, ask the Lord. You know, if you lack wisdom, ask the Lord, and he'll increase you. You know what I'm saying? And as he's saying that, he's saying that everything you do, do it without wavering. You know, if any man lack wisdom, let him ask of the Most High, and he will give all men. He will give it to all men liberally, and upbraid him not. You see. But let him act in faith, not wavering. You know, because if you wavering, that means you're not certain. You know what I'm saying? You're double-minded. You know what I'm saying? So a double-minded is unstable. A double-minded man is unstable on his way, because you believe, then you doubt. Then there's no certainty. You know, which one is it? You know, do you believe or you don't believe? You know. So it's just believing in anything you ask for wisdom, for knowledge, understanding, for faith, for courage. You know, for boldness. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, but you must have faith. But that was it on this one. You know, that's why everything that was written aforetime was written for our learning, so we can rehearse these things, man, so we can believe, so we can fortify ourselves, especially in this time of Jacob's trouble, when it's gonna be a trouble like never before that's about to come upon the earth. Your faith gonna have to kick in, man. You gotta have a strong faith to endure all these things, man. You know. But that was it, man. I hope it was edifying. I say shalom.